We celebrate Black History Month. We're putting a spotlight on one woman who's building a community through books. In 2015, Ola Akimowo started swapping her collection of books with neighbors on her Brooklyn stoop, specifically featuring books by Black women and Black non-binary writers in the wake of social justice movements to fight police brutality. Now, called the Free Black Women's Library, she's deepened that commitment by leasing a storefront where the library and the collection of 5,000 books now resides. The space also offering community programming, a book swap, a free store for clothing and household goods, a period pantry, and a flower and herb garden. We are now joined by the founder of the Free Black Women's Library, Ola Akimowo. Ola, thank you so much for being with us. I am so grateful for your time here, and I'd love if you would share with us initially the genesis of this. What prompted that first sit on the stoop with the books?
Well, I've always loved books. I've always loved libraries. And I feel like books are magical in that they really can bring people together. And I wanted to do something that really centered and celebrated the brilliance and creativity of Black women writers specifically. So that's kind of how it began, wanting to do something to highlight specific authors like Toni Morrison, Alice Walker, Zora Neale Hurston, June Jordan, Bell Hooks, and also wanting to do something specifically for the Bed-Stuy community in Brooklyn where I live. So it was a mashup of these two goals.
And we're showing these pictures, and so you're actually seeing the growth of your idea in these pictures. So tell us a little bit about that experience and how quickly it happened.
Well, I started the library in 2015, and when I initially began, I started with 100 books, and it was through reaching out to friends, to publishers, to writers, to editors, to people all over the world through social media, that the collection grew to now being over 5,000. So it did take a while because it's been over 9 years now, but part of the reason why the library has been so successful and so popular is because of the community's love for it and the way people contribute to it. When I first began the project, I realized that I wanted to have a diverse selection of books. So I wanted to make sure that I had children's books, that I had books for young adults, that I had poetry, that I had books about history, that I had erotica and romance, because it was really important to me to give everyone who comes to the library access to something that they were specifically interested in reading about. So it did take some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took some time.
A tremendous success. So, I mean, were you at all surprised by the fact that there really was a need and a hunger for what you were providing?
Actually, I was a little bit surprised. When I first started it, it began as an experiment and as an art project. I'm an artist, and I'm always interested in creative ways to engage the community around my art practice. And I really wasn't sure how the community would respond to this idea. But the response has been so overwhelmingly positive, and it's been an amazing and incredible surprise to see. Books are something that society really values and community really values, and having access to a wide range of writers and a wide range of genres is something that can be complicated and difficult depending on where you're located.
Yeah, and we only have a little bit of time left, but I know that it is not just books that you offer now. This has really grown into something else. Tell us more about these services.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I got a storefront 2 years ago, renovated the space, and I moved the 5,000 plus books of the collection into this space. And I figured, since we have this space, let's turn it into a community care space and see the many ways that we can be a resource to the community and offer support to the community. Libraries are my inspiration. So the different things that happen at libraries are part of what inspired me to start different projects. So we have writing workshops, we have sewing, quilting, knitting, we have film screening, we have film screenings, we have performances, we have a game night. So I like to offer different things. I like to offer things that are accessible. So all of our events and programs are always free. So there's no barrier for people who want to come and take part in what we're doing. And then we also have our free store. Now, our free store is really special in that we have new and gently used clothing, shoes, handbags, accessories, all different types of things, art supplies that people can come and just take for free. So this has been a part of the project that, thanks to having this brick and mortar space, this has been a project has grown.
What a beautiful success there. Ola Akimowo, again, thank you so much for joining us.